This looks just like a KC-135 engine.
Oh, okay. So do you?
There you can see. There's the cans. Right there's the cans,
What?
and there's the nozzles right there. That's where the fuel came in right here. See the nozzles there?
Yeah, but
See, there was, let's see, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought there was 8. And these cans, when we take them apart, these cans right here, that's what that's called, was a can. They'd be all, sometimes holes burn in them and stuff. That's why we take them apart, and that's the hot section. We change all of them. We find one bad, we change the whole works all the way around.
oh, fine.
And right here.
So how many of these cans were in there?
There's 8 of them.
Oh, so each one of these was a.
Yep.
Oh, so this is a can cut apart.
Yep, that's a can cut open, and the one right here is missing, so you can see the nozzle.
Yeah, okay.
See the one there?
Made it
Yeah,
so you can see it.
let's see, there's 1,
Pratt.
2, 3, 4. I think there was 8 of them.
There, it says
And
it's
right here's the T wheels.
Oh.
Right here's, these are the T wheels.
Okay.
And so this is what creates it. The more mass you push over this right here, makes that up there draw more air in.
Okay.
And that's the compressor, and it's a 16 stage if this is the J57.
And that
Yep,
is
yep.
the
A Pratt and Whitney J turbojet.
J57, yeah.
Oh, right here. See, there's the KC-135, and that's the same thing as a 707 civilian airlines at that time.
Okay.
I could have worked when I got out of the service,
yeah.
but I didn't have a license, and they wouldn't honor my military at that time.
Huh.
That's why I wanted to go down to Milwaukee and work at Billy Mitchell,
Yeah.
and they would not hire me. I had to go back to school. The only way I could go back to school, I had to go back to school for 18 months. The closest one for me to go to school, which was a mistake, I should have went to Douglas Aircraft in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
That's the closest one. But I had enough, I thought, whatever, so I just went to work down to the plant.
So you didn't work on this half of the engine?
Nothing in here. We did anything with that.
Okay.
We didn't take this apart here because you split. And there's what I'm telling you about. This is the hangar right here.
Oh.
This is the hangar right here. There's one here,
okay.
one here, and the other hangar is in the back. The other hangar is right here. The other hangar was in here. This one's got a double hangar.
okay.
The other ones we had only had one hangar in there, a single, and a double in the front. Yeah, that's pretty neat. They got this one really pulled apart. And these are thermocouples. These are thermocouples, and so they want to know what the temperature's running on there, around the engine. That's 680 degrees running in there.
Oh, wow.
That's what that would be. And they'd know right away if it went up too high, it tells them whether it's too hot, you shut the engine on.
Oh, that's how they would know to shut it down.
That's how they'd know that.
Oh, okay. No problem.
You get too much pressure in the engine, they bleed them off right here. That's what it does. And see, this has got the rest of it missing off of it. This is just a bare engine. This looks like something like when we take them out of the cans, they come to us. And them cans are sealed. Just huge, big steel thing. And we bolts, and it goes all the way around that thing. We just go out there and take them off. I don't know quite a while. We'd bring an air wrench out there. They'd take a couple of us guys. We'd start on one side and go down this side, and the other guy'd start up there, go down that side there. And then once we got it all out of there, lift the lid off it, bring the fork truck over, pick it up and lift the lid off that thing there. Then we got to the engine, then we had it on bullet from the mounts in the engine, and that thing was air, no air in that thing at all. We sucked it all out, it was vacuum sealed.
Oh.
So there's no luster or anything.
Oh.
Sure.
Even though the engine then it was all covered with cosmoline. That was an anti-rust preventer.
Yeah, that.
Cosmoline, and then we'd have to clean that all off.
Right.
That would start us. And then we bring that engine in. We didn't have to take, when we got a new one, we didn't have to take it apart. What we had to do with the KC, we had to put the whole electrical harness on.
Okay.
I wish I had a KC so I could show you where all that thing was on the KC. But they don't, you said they didn't have one here.
I don't believe they do. So, what's all this metal,
That's just part of the inside of the engine right here. The turbine going into this here.
Okay.
The air just going through it. This would all be sealed up. You couldn't see this.
Right.
That's just, and that's where this comes in. These convergent and divergent and straight ducts.
Oh, that's where it all happened.
And it comes through this. You can't see it, but that's actually tapered. See right here, you can see how this is full up here, and you see how it tapers down,
Right.
and it comes back up, and then it gets straight, and then they squeeze the air. It's all about making the air as it went through the engine.
Oh, okay.
When you took this apart, after you got this all opened up here, you got the cone off the back of it, and stand in the back of this, we had a wrench that reached all the way from way back here, way up here, and it was a 2.5 bearing in there, and that thing there, and we put this, mount this right on the back, and you see on the inside, it mounted under the wrench,
Okay.
and then we'd reach in there, and you had to feel it, and there was a lock in there, and you turn it just right, you open that lock up, and you push, when you felt it, you push that in and turn it this way, and that locked you in, and then you could unscrew that in there.
Huh.
The inside of the engine. So once you got that open, then you could take the T-wheels here, pull them apart. So it all come apart. Start here, this come apart, clear up to here, come apart.
And so you wouldn't take it apart, you would just pull it out the back? Or
No, we take this here case, this is the diffuser case. That come right off.
okay.
This thing right here, they take this row of bolts right here, and then bolts are in there on the inside of this right here. And I had a darndest time with him guys. I said, you got to be careful. And you torque these. There's a pattern, I don't remember how it went. But you know, you do one here,
Yep.
you do one down here,
Yep.
and you do one here, you do one on the other side.
So you match them.
And you torque them. And you better not be caught putting them on there without torquing. Every one of them, all were torqued.
I was going to say you have to torque them to a certain... Way-
Yep, and he had the TO, he had a cart right here. Even though I knew all the numbers, I never trusted it.
Sure.
Up my knowledge.
Right.
I always looked at the book every time. I could tell you the whole thing when I was working on that. But I could take them numbers, but I made sure I knew had the right number.
Right.
Well, what they would do,
My God, it'd take you an hour just to put all the boat?
it took all kinds of times. And these here, you bust one off, and you snap them right off. They're just boom, just like that. You snap that off, say you had the whole front on, you had this all on, and you had one right back here. You snap that off, you know what you did?
Yeah, start over.
Took the whole thing off again and started all over.
Oh,
And start all over. And so that's why them guys, when them young guys come in here, I would drill them hard. Don't you dare break one off on me. You're working with me, you better not break one of them off, or I'm going to be pretty upset. And they're going there, they're in clusters. And if I remember, they're like 5 in a cluster or 4 in a cluster. And you put them in and they're locked on the back side.
Oh.
Lock them in the back side.
they're in a okay.
And they're in a cluster. You put them, they're not individually put in, they're put in a cluster. I don't
So they're
remember.
curved just a little
Yeah,
bit?
it would curve to fit right in. Oh yeah, we had all kinds of that. No end, we had barrels full of them boats. You know, of new boats, we'd
Yeah.
go and check them out from base.
Well, how often do you have to replace?
This here, on any of them engines
Yeah.
at the time I was working on, 1,500 hours, they had it come taken off, nothing wrong with it, take it off. They had to have the whole hot section inspected, and we'd inspect the stator. We'd stand in front of it
Yeah.
and look down with a light. We had a light, we'd look down through there to see how far we could see back in there, make sure there was no foreign object went through, they called it fraud.
Sure.
Foreign object. When they go down the flight line, they constantly run the flight line. And I don't like plans, and they still do it today, even in the commercial. They got a big magnet. They go up and down the flight line.
Oh,
And that sucks all the metal, any metal, any...
Sure.
Oh,
Clean
off
up.
the. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's right.
Yeah, it was quite the thing.
and this is the inside of that oil tank?
Yep. No, yeah, that's the inside of the oil tank. Yep, right there.
Okay.
And them lines run through it like that. Yeah, they just got this, they just took this, cut this out right here. That held 16 gallons of oil.
And those are the...
And there you can look in there, and you can see they got the stators out of there. So in that section right here, see how the stators are missing right here? See them right down there?
Okay, oh, they...
That made, and one section of this like this made a stage. And there's 16 stages. Right
all the
here.
way through that.
All the way through here, there's 16 stages in there.
On each side?
No, all the way
See,
through.
this
Sorry,
engine,
how's this-
this engine
Oh, I'm
This
sorry.
engine
Yes,
is in-
got
this
it.
engine is actually in two pieces.
Right.
This here section right here would slide clear up to here.
Okay.
This would come together right here, and see, here's the row of bolts. It would go back into this here, and see,
okay.
they've got it apart, and they've got this bolted on here to hold it. You know, they
Yep.
modified it to make it
So
so you
you
can
could
display it.
Right. Walk through. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's really something. And see, they got underneath here. You can't see the OPA is completely missing under here.
Okay.
They got, and that OPA is like this, and it has a shaft that runs all the way from down there in the pump area up to the inside. Goes up the inside, and that shaft, as this turns this here. There was a shaft in it, and we had when we did these, they were on rails. These mounts right here were on
Okay.
a rail, and the thing is on a
Oh,
cart.
so it just
Oh.
went, okay.
So you
So
can
we
move.
bring that in, we had a
Okay.
thing on the thing there to make it so it did never move
Yeah.
when we were working on it. We put that thing and you step down on that thing, raise the wheels off the floor.
Oh,
And it would set on them pads that come down. You could actually raise it right up.
all right.
And then as you're working in the shop, you had a overhead, and then we had all these hoists above us. And so we could hook it on any place in the engine. They were all run by hand. There was no electric. They were all run by hand. Saying they run real easy.
So this bleed off valve
Yep, the bleed off valve.
is that right
Yeah,
there.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That's where that's coming out.
Mike has a question.
What?
He's going to go get melodrama tickets this morning, but he wants to know if all three of us for all 3 nights. So tonight, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean we'll
We'll-
we'll
yes.
go to the place.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. I'll answer.
That's pretty impressive to me. Pretty impressive.